Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Magic in the Midwest podcast. I am J.B. Michaels, USA Today best-selling author of many books. 12 to be exact, working on 13, lucky 13, right now, ladies and gentlemen. And I am joined by Ashley.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, my more successful wife.
Indeed.
And the creator of the Magic in the Midwest podcast. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a big shout out to all of our Bandcamp subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing and keeping this podcast afloat and going. And then we also want you to check out the new revamped MrMichaels.com, MISTER Michaels.com, where you can actually get a free sampling. Actually, you can get a whole free book of JB's best-selling, award-winning books. So please make sure you go check that out, MrMichaels.com. Yet another perk of listening to Magic in the Midwest podcast is you get books, you get podcasts, you get a special exclusive SmackDown episodes if you're a subscriber.
You get laughs.
You get lots of laughs. You get insight. You get Disney history. You just, I mean,
the list keeps going.
You have hit the jackbox?
The jackpot.
The jackpot. You hit the jackpot.
You have hit the jackpot.
You have hit the jackpot by listening to Magic in the Midwest. Again, JB Michaels. Check out MrMichaels.com.
Why don't you talk about what
our
the Bandcamp subscribers get for those people that are not subscribed and are interested?
Okay, for those of you who aren't subscribed, what is your problem? And no, for those of you that aren't subscribed to Magic in the Midwest,
Coke just went through my nose.
Coke's
the drink.
Whoa! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, here at Magic in the Midwest, the true magic is Coke, whether it can be snorted or drank. Anyway.
It's
hey, in the 80s,
from
Ash,
McDonald's.
Everybody did it in the 80s.
I know.
Okay.
I mean, do I know that?
No. We were children.
I wasn't even yet almost.
You were a child. A baby.
You were like 20 already.
Shut up, I was not. We're not that different. 5 years different. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen.
The subscription.
The subscription. So, here's the cool thing about this subscription. You get double the episodes. Like double. So if you like what you're listening to now,
which you probably do,
which you definitely do, in just 3 short minutes, let me show you what you will get. Sorry. So anyway, so no, we double the episodes, right? We do these special SmackDown episodes. The newest SmackDown episode, which will go up with this podcast, is the Contemporary Resort Hotel versus the Disney's Wilderness Lodge Resort Hotel. Mm-hmm. And you will have to tune in and subscribe to figure out if Ash likes better, the Contemp or the Wildy.
Hashtag Wildies.
and obviously who I like better, which one I like better. So you'll just have to see.
Yeah, we kind of go head to head. I feel like those podcasts are a little bit lighter. I mean, this podcast is light, but we're not trying to get through so much information.
Right.
And, we laugh a little bit more, I think, and kind of, it's like a nice little breezy conversation.
It's a breezy
Sometimes
conversation.
Sometimes we don't agree.
Yeah, sometimes we don't agree.
Mostly we don't agree in life before we started recording.
Right. Mostly I'm right.
Wanted to get
all
out
of
the
D
papers.
Yeah. So very
Check
good.
it out.
Check it out, please. So
and you subscribe by going to Bandcamp. What's the actual?
magicinthemidwestpodcast.bandcamp.com.
Check it out. You can subscribe for as low as $3
a month.
You won't even know it's gone.
No, you won't.
That's what we say.
You just went to this morning to go grab a coffee from Dunkin' or Starbucks.
Probably like $8. You could.
It'd spend $8 on something you're going to pee out 2 hours later.
Whoa.
You know?
It's super weird.
So literally you get double the episode.
Pee out the podcast.
No. It's food for your brain that stays there
I didn't
forever.
Snort Coke, even though I just said that.
Nutrients. Yeah.
Nutrients for your soul.
Have some more Coke. Basically, we just wanted you to know that, you know, for $3 a month, you could get double the content. It seems like people just really want a lot of content, right? We want to feel as though we can fill our time, especially today, in today's day and age where things are not super great. We try to bring a little bit of cheer to some, you know, unfortunately dark times in the world.
Indeed.
Today we are going to talk about Disney's Polynesian Village Resort Hotel.
Man, don't you just want to book a resi there right now?
Yes, I do. I
just want to sit there with Mai Tais all day.
Yeah. Yes.
Be like a steady buzz.
Yes.
At the Polynesian.
Yeah. Yes. You know, yeah, I mean, it's one of the original resort hotels. There was 2 original resort hotels that they built in 1971 for the opening of Walt Disney World. Whoa, what the hell was that? Sorry, what the heck was that?
It's the Coke.
And one of them was the Contemporary, which we talked about a couple podcasts ago, and the other one is the Polynesian Village Resort, which originally was just called the Polynesian. Actually, I think it was called Polynesian Village. Then they rebranded it to just Polynesian, and now it's back to being the Polynesian Village Resort. So this again is the 3rd stop from the Magic Kingdom. So you go through the Contemporary. From the Magic Kingdom, you go on the monorail. You go to the Contemporary, then the Transportation and Ticket Center, and then after that, you go to the Polynesian.
You know what's funny is that I always get those mixed up. I always feel like it's Contemporary, Polynesian, then the Transportation and Ticket Center, but it's not. It's reversed.
Yeah.
I don't know why I always get that mixed up.
Yeah, no, it is. It's weird. It's, you know, I can see what you mean. So basically, the Polynesian is obviously a South Pacific themed resort. Meant to kind of give you the feeling that you're in on a South Pacific island. It is probably, I would argue, and from our years of following Disney and listening to other podcasts and reading articles and all of the above, it seems like the Poly is probably the most beloved. Probably like it's Wilderness Lodge, I would imagine, and then the Polynesian. Like I think are the most that people seem to gravitate towards. Polynesian probably being number 1.
Although I do feel like there's a decent group of people that love Animal Kingdom Lodge.
True, there's a growing population that love Animal Kingdom Lodge. But it seems like for, obviously since it's open in 1971, it's been, 49 years. People love the Polynesian. And there's, before we go into the breakdown, Ash, just give us your, overall feelings about Polynesian.
I absolutely love the Polynesian. It's like the vibes walking in there. And I've talked about this before, not to use the word aesthetic for the 450th time, but I don't usually love things that are they're decorated with super dark colors. And the Polynesian is, and I really, really like it. But it's very relaxing when you walk in there. You just get these chill, cool vibes, and you're just very relaxed. But you're also right by the Magic Kingdom. Right. I think it's the best of both worlds for me. I feel like if I could pick to stay at one resort for the rest of my life, I would pick the Polynesian.
Yeah.
Because I like the pool. You have the Dole Whips. It's very, chill, relaxing, but you're also really close to all the chaos and awesomeness of Magic Kingdom.
Right. So. I would say that, for the most part, when you walk into the great ceremonial house. The Great Ceremonial House, or basically the main longhouse, which connects to the monorail and is basically acts as the lobby and the main hub of Polynesian. It's just you immediately. It's almost like the resort itself gives you immediately gives you a sigh of relief and relaxation.
Yeah, you're just like
it's almost impossible. I don't know. I don't get this. This feeling doesn't really happen in the other ones. Other good feelings happen in the other resorts, but nothing like the Polynesian. Walking into the Polynesian longhouse to check in or whatever is literally, it immediately just makes me feel good. I think it's probably a combination of the scents that they have. I don't know, whatever they use, or I don't know if it's pumped out or just flowers or whatever.
Yeah.
But it smells so tropical and nice, and it's just so relaxing. Everything about it. So it's just definitely the feeling of the Polynesian by far, for me, is relaxation.
And one thing I want to add too is that I don't know if it's just the way the buildings are set up, like the different buildings you stay in, or maybe it's that combined with like the way they have the trees positioned, but you really feel like you're in this really small group of people. Like it doesn't feel like a huge resort, even though it is.
Yeah.
So you get that like sort of special treatment feeling, like being there. Because it seems like, because you can really only see maybe the building next to you, and then that's sort of really it, depending on where you are. But I remember feeling like I didn't feel like I was in this huge resort when I was there, which is sort of a neat, feeling.
Yeah, that, and there's something about too, maybe the fact that there really is no, it's not like everything is in longhouses that are like separated from each other.
Yeah.
So, like you said, and maybe it's just because you feel like lower to the ground, like there's like not, it really does feel like a small village, like say Polynesian Village, because it sort of does feel like that.
Right. I mean, you take that compared to Bay Lake Tower, which is obviously
totally different.
They're trying to achieve a different feeling. But I mean, you're in this huge building, it's super tall.
Yeah.
And, you feel like one of many, kind of, in a way, which is not necessarily bad. But the Polynesian one, or two stops over. Yeah. Totally different feeling.
Yes.
Staying there.
So, I mean, everything about the Poly is just, like I said, the relaxation part of it is just unbelievable. And it has it's got great views, right? You could literally sit on the shore, the beach area, and watch the fireworks from afar and see the castle and the fireworks. You could be up in Ohana, the restaurant there, and see the fireworks and everything. Polynesian just has, obviously it's a monorail resort as well. The monorail actually lets out on the second floor of the Great Ceremonial Longhouse. So there are like two levels in that, in the Great Ceremonial Longhouse, but it just feels, it doesn't matter. Now, the original Longhouse, we'll just talk about that first. The original Longhouse had a huge fountain display, like huge water fountain with all these lava rocks. Like it took up a huge chunk of the lobby, and it had like a big waterfall on it. Since the refurb, I think a few years ago, they took that big, waterfall out. Yeah. And now there's just a tiki statue right in the middle, with a much tinier waterfall display with lava rocks. It kind of opens up the lobby, and there's like these big multicolored lanterns above that sit above the tiki god. And then it's got like the lava rock, tile on the floor. You know, so it's gorgeous still, even without the big fountain water display. But it's the Polynesian is just it's great. So let's talk about the Longhouse, Ash. What do you like about the Longhouse? got the big store and
yeah, I like the store. Also, arguably my favorite quick service on property is there.
Yeah, Captain Cook's.
I love that place.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just remember, like, I could just sit in there.
Yeah.
I could just sit in there watching people check in and going through, the store and stuff. And I love the store too. They have a lot of cute, like, dresses in there and other things. But, like we've said a million times already, it's just, relaxing vibes.
Yes. There. Totally. And, so you like Captain Cook's, which is a quick service dining. So it's like off. You have to walk a little bit down a hallway and then turn and go down to Captain Cook's. But it is really good.
I also love that they have Trader Sam's. We've never, been in there, but I think that's kind of cool that they have something like that.
Right. Yeah, and there's Trader Sam's Grog Grotto, which is a themed bar. Which has connections to Jungle Cruise, of course, which, there's sections of Jungle Cruise that are in the South Pacific. Just tropical, right? So Trader Sam's is like a cool themed bar. It's really tiny, though.
Yeah.
It's very small. The Disneyland version, I think, is bigger. But they technically, Disneyland had Trader Sam's first, and they brought over Trader Sam's to Disney World's Polynesian resort. And it's very small, but it's cool. Like, there's like a big tiki god in there who like comes alive, a goddess. And like, the storm happens. It's sort of like the tiki room, Trader Sam's. Like, there is like a mini show and things happen. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we peeked our heads in one time.
Yeah.
And I think it was really crowded, or maybe we just wanted to see it. I don't really remember.
Yes. So we have, and then Captain Cook's is really, guys, it is one of the best. It has really just a great menu. The coconut, obviously, the biggest thing is like Thai coconut meatballs and flatbreads. Those are supposed to be really good. It's got, sandwiches, burgers, noodle bowls, all that stuff.
I was gonna say, I feel like it has stuff for people that just like, like you said, burgers and tenders, right. But also, a few different things.
Right. Yeah. Right. And then, of course, we have the pineapple lanai, which is right outside on the way to the pool in the ceremonial loghouse is the pineapple lanai, where you could get the famous
Dole Whip.
Yes. How do you feel? Have we talked about the Dole Whip? Do you like it?
I do really like it.
Okay. So you do. Yeah, I know. It's really good. It's there's two places on property you could get a pineapple Dole Whip, and one of them is at the Polynesian. Yeah. The other's in Adventureland.
You know what? For a long time, I didn't get one, and I didn't realize that there actually is an option where you can forego the vanilla ice cream mixed in with it. You can get like the pineapple sherbet for people like me that have lactose issues.
Yeah.
I was happy to know I could have pineapple sherbet and
awesome.
be part of the cool crowd.
Yeah, totally. So then, of course, again, included in the longhouse is Ohana. And Ashley and I have not, full disclosure, we have not done dinner at Ohana.
You've never done dinner at
No,
Ohana. Okay.
we've done breakfast.
Yeah.
The Ohana breakfast with Mickey and Lilo and Stitch. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that?
We had a good experience, I thought. I didn't feel like we were rushed out of there by any means. I thought the food was good. I absolutely loved that juice, whatever it was. It was like cranberry.
Yeah, it's really good.
Pineapple and I don't know, something else, but I think I had like 7 glasses of that at breakfast.
Yeah, it was good.
And then that was sort of right. Harrison was like 1.5 maybe, or was he 2.5? I think he was 2.5. He wasn't super afraid of the characters, was he? I don't really remember.
He wasn't super good with it.
Oh, okay.
No, he wasn't.
But I mean, I felt like had he been okay with it, we would have had better character interaction. They kind of tried, and then we realized that it just really wasn't working out. It wasn't something he really wanted to do. We got a few shots, I think, with Mickey or Minnie, one of them.
Right.
But I also feel like, compared to other character dining now, we haven't done a ton of that, to be honest. But compared to Royal Table, the princesses there were, really taking an interest in Harrison and spending a lot of time at the table. Crystal Palace, I feel like they did that too. Here, I feel like they were sort of kind of just walking around. And
it was more of a walk around.
You had to kind of grab their attention if you wanted a photo or something.
Right. I think it's because they... Okay, so here's the thing with Ohana, and a criticism of Ohana. It's majorly packed.
Oh, yeah.
So Ohana doesn't even open for lunch. It's not even open for lunch. It's breakfast and then dinner. Mm-hmm. But they have reservations. They pack in the reservations to that place. So I think maybe part of that, characters, the reason why they walk around and, so much and kind of keep floating is because they have a lot of ground to cover. And
new families are coming in.
New families come in, quickly.
Yeah.
They really do. At Ohana, one of the, on the, forums and things online and from people's experiences is that they try and push you out kind of quick. They're trying because they've got way more people. They've got a lot of reservations to fit in, which is not super great, right? Because you're paying a premium for that experience, and you are sort of it's because it's so packed, it's so popular. To
the point where people are upset with how the waiters are rushing them and not really, which I you have to remember that that's not really on them. Right. It's coming from the top down. But yeah, it's sort of been a common problem that we've read about and heard about for
and we did
years.
Experience it a little bit with the breakfast, although it's not as bad, I don't think, as at the breakfast. But, the breakfast, they basically bring out, it's family style, right? Mm-hmm. They bring out a bunch of stuff and you kind of choose, what you want to eat, and you get, Tonga toast and all that stuff. I mean, stuff, really good food.
I felt like we always had enough food at our table, and they were replacing stuff quickly. It was more of just lacking the, how's everything going?
Right.
You could tell that they were very much in a rush.
Right.
And, yeah.
Yeah, it's I still like it. I mean, from Ohana, you could actually get a view of the castle. So that's another reason why it's a very popular place. People want to have dinner or breakfast or whatever and have that view of the castle. It's far away.
What would you say is the better view between Ohana and California Grill for the fireworks?
Oh, no. I mean, California Grill.
By far?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Ohana's nice, but you're far away. You're far. Yeah. Whereas California Grill, you're right next, you're at the Contemporary, so you're right there.
Can you pretty much see from almost any spot up there? Does it matter where you're seated at California Grill?
Oh, yeah. No, it matters.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no. It matters. Because you could be in the back and not see anything really. So yes, it matters. Yeah. But you could go out and you could go look. Well, the thing is, too, the difference between California Grill and Ohana is you could see a lot of Magic Kingdom, almost all of Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And you can't see that from Ohana. You just see the castle.
Yeah.
But Ohana still a really good, really great restaurant. I mean, the food is excellent. It's just so packed all the time that people, their experiences kind of get soured a little bit. But we'll see. And I should say that Ohana at night is like a steakhouse. They bring out a Brazilian type steakhouse, right? Where they keep bringing you out food and different meats, and you eat them as they come out. Multiple dishes. So I mean, it's pretty good. They bring out skewers, and you can eat the different meats from those. So that's Ohana. And then, of course, that's the main restaurant in Polynesian. There's also Kona Cafe, which I was at, I think, when I was a kid. It's just a smaller, it's another table service restaurant. But it's not as, intense as Ohana. You could go there, and it's got good food.
Does it have good reviews?
Mostly? It does. It does. It does get good reviews. So those are the most of the dining options. We didn't go super in depth in those, and then of course we've got to talk about the pool, which is a volcano pool. So Ash, what are your thoughts on the pool area of the Polynesian?
You know what? I think the pool is really nice. In terms of theming, because of, theming of the Polynesian, I feel like, to me, it's just like rocks. Like, it doesn't, JB kind of makes fun of me, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot there. Okay. It's a nice pool. It's big. But there are other pools that I feel like have way more to them, like little cute things here, there, whatever. This is just sort of like a pool with rocks.
Okay.
Which is fine. It does have that really nice. Doesn't it have that area for kids?
It does. Yes, it has a huge. They just reopened it a few years ago. It's called the Kiki Tiki's splash area, and it's actually really well done.
That part is really good. Yeah. Not every pool has an area quite like that, and it's basically like a playground, but with kind of like a playground splash pad type of situation.
Yeah.
Which is really nice if you have younger kids or whatever, or if you're an adult and you want to be on there.
Right. Right.
But yeah, for me the pool is sort of plain, I guess, which is fine, but it just is plain.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it's weird. Ash and I really like, I don't know, I really like the pool area. It has like a cool like waterfall like section where like, there's a waterfall. You could go like behind the waterfall in the rock work and stuff like that. And there is a cool volcano water slide. And an expansive pool deck and like we said, that Kiki Tiki's splash area. What's also cool is like you could go get a pineapple Dole Whip and just bring it to the pool's right there.
I think this is what I mean. It's not that I don't like the pool. I think the pool is really nice. I just think of, for example, the Boardwalk's main pool. Like the slide is made to look like a roller coaster. Like there are little things that make it more, that go a little bit more with the theme, that are just these extra decorative touches that I don't.
Right.
Like the Polynesian kind of has, because of, we're going
tikis.
to the lot. Yeah, but it just, not a ton of them, I think, compared to other resorts, which is fine. It's just an observation of mine.
Okay, no, that makes sense. It's fine. You're totally, but there is another quiet pool. So there's two pools. There's the big main pool with the lava pool area, and then there's a quiet pool, which is a little further into the resort, behind Rarotonga and the Rarotonga Longhouse. So there's also a place where you could go where it's just pretty chill pool area. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty big pool too. Where you could go, and if you don't want to be around, the loudness of, if there's a bunch of kids or something, you could just go to that quiet pool and chill there.
Yeah.
All right. So, we'll talk about the accommodations, and then we'll talk about the luau to end it. Yeah. So what about so Ash and I are DVC members, and we, in 2017, summer of 2017, we stayed at the DVC section of the Polynesian, which is, our longhouse was Moorea. Moorea. Yes. And, okay, Ash, what do you think about the DVC accommodations?
So the actual room I really loved. I loved the color aesthetics, sort of like the red and white and the whatever else.
Like tan.
Like there's tan and orange.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I'm
cool
not
colors.
usually attracted to like warm color schemes, but I think it's really beautiful in there.
Tiki lamps.
Yeah.
The pull-down bed with Lilo and Stitch sleeping in the hammock.
See, I'm forgetting about all those things. It's been a while.
Cute stuff in it.
I love the rooms. I think they're a really good size. Our room was on the ground floor, so we could just, sit out there. The ducks would come up to us. We probably shouldn't have been feeding them, but we did a little bit.
Slightly.
And then, just watching people walk to and from, the different houses and stuff like that. It was very relaxing, all well. We did have a view, like we could see the castle, couldn't we?
No,
we couldn't.
No,
okay. So
we looked out. Okay, so one thing that is key and a really, really important part of staying at the Polynesian, when you're in your longhouse and you're over in wherever you're at staying, The grounds, the plant life, the lush tropical vibe, the grass, the plants, the leaves, like everything is just so beautiful and lush. The palm trees that are like around everywhere, it's just gorgeous. You just feel like you're in a tropical oasis. You just do.
But you're right by Magic Kingdom.
But you're right by Magic Kingdom. Well, we from our room, we could go walk out. We were ground floor, and there's like a little hill though that like there's a slight elevation from where we were at, so we could get all this really great view. But the monorail, if you look to the left, the monorail was there, so you could see the monorail.
Yeah, I think that it was closer for us to get on at the transportation and ticket center
than going all the way to the Longhouse.
Yeah,
it
which
actually
was because I think your dad and I did that.
Yeah.
But anyways, my only criticism of the rooms, which doesn't affect everyone because it's more about DVC, is the lack of different types of rooms within DVC. So this is one of the resorts where it's pretty much a studio.
Deluxe studios.
There's no one bedroom, and then, or what are those out there? What are those called? The cabins out there?
Bungalows.
The bungalows.
The Bora Bora bungalows.
8,000 points a night.
They're ridiculous.
Which are almost never filled.
600 points a night, 670 points a night.
Which, for us, it's fine to stay in a studio. But, when we bring someone, or like when we stayed with my parents last time, it was nice to have the one bedroom because of the kitchen area, and then also them having their own separate area from us. Now, when we stayed with your parents, we had two rooms that were adjoining.
Yeah.
But that's not always a guarantee. We asked for it and they were able to accommodate. So that's my one thing. And I think that's something, is that a Copper Creek thing too or no? They have the cabins, but do they also have one bedrooms and stuff too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So really Polynesian's the only one, I think, that has this. I don't, otherwise, if you were to ask me if I had any choice to buy in anywhere and have a preference, I would tell you Polynesian. But because of the lack of, having, the choice of what you can stay in, it's pretty much a studio. And that's it.
It is.
It makes me be like, no.
Yeah. Your points don't go as far. Basically.
It's also expensive. Yeah, I mean, you use a lot of points when you stay at the Polynesian.
But you are the Polynesian.
No, but you know what? I would pick it, even though it's a lot of points, if there was like more diversity in the room types.
Right.
But there's not.
Yeah, so, I mean, Polynesian is, I know. It's awesome. But, the room itself, the deluxe studios are great. They're beautiful. They're really nice.
Does it have 2 showers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
it has 2 showers. Yeah, it has like the drop down shower or just I forget what those are called. Waterfall showers? What are they called? Or they just drop on your head. They're directly above.
Yeah.
But
it was nice that it had 2 showers, so, you didn't have to take turns showering or, if you have 4 adults in the room or whatever.
Yeah, it's an awesome room.
Probably my favorite,
aesthetic, decorative.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. I've stayed in the inns as the actual, regular hotel rooms in Polynesian as well, and they're huge.
Kind of like the contemporary.
Yes, again, very big.
Which is funny because they're both the first
right.
hotels.
Both the first hotels. Yes, yeah.
I just want to add too, when my family went, we went once when I was a kid, and that's where we wanted to stay, but it was booked.
Yeah.
So we stayed at the Floridian.
Yep.
But goes to show that even though the Grand Floridian was new, the Polynesian was booked out.
Yes.
First.
Yes.
Yeah. And I remember going over there. I think we grabbed lunch over there.
Yes, we did. But it was
no. But I mean, my family. I think
they did.
Family,
okay.
Because I remember when you and I walked in there, I was like, "This looks so familiar," and I'm pretty sure. I think I asked Mom, and she said we did.
Oh, cool.
Grab lunch over there, or maybe we just walked through a store or something. But I remember walking around in there. And I remembered that, because I think by the time we went, the lobby area with the little tiki statue was already there. And I had remembered that big waterfall. I'm like, oh, that's different.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's awesome. It's really, it's the one perk of going to this area, this resort area, the Magic Kingdom resort area, is you can go check out all these resorts yourself and just go walk around the lobbies and check the pools out and, do all sorts of cool, just do a little tour yourself.
Totally.
Do a monorail loop, So definitely. So the rooms are big. They're beautiful. It has a big marina as well, the Polynesian, where you could take a little, one of those little ray tracer things and go out onto the Seven Seas Lagoon. And, you could obviously take a boat to the Magic Kingdom from the Polynesian and to the Floridian, and and you could, but you just hop on. Most people just hop on the monorail, but that option is there for you, and you could take buses. There's a bus stop to go all the other places, obviously. All right, so the last thing we're going to talk about is the luau. Which we have been to a couple times. Yeah. Yes. So the luau, there's a special luau cove, which is sort of nestled like off the beaten path, more towards Floridian. It's between the Floridian and the Polynesian. It's called Luau Cove, and they have the special luau dinner show. And go ahead, Ash. What are your thoughts on the luau show?
Well, I don't remember if it's been 2 or 3 times, but we've always had a really good experience there. It's one of those like all you can eat and all you can drink.
Yeah. They bring it to you, though.
Yeah,
it's not a buffet.
It's not a buffet. Yeah.
No.
And the food is just really good.
Spirit of Aloha dinner show.
I don't remember exactly what it is. There's like pork and it's like shredded pork and shredded chicken or something like that. And
yes. An all-you-can-eat family-style meal featuring chicken, pork, fish, vegetables, and dessert.
I just remember it being really tasty and having multiple servings of it.
Yeah.
And then I think it's all you can drink beer or wine.
Yes. So when you go to these dinner shows at Disney, if you like to drink, they will keep pouring you
They do.
drinks because you've paid. You've paid for it.
You got to watch it. Yeah. But the show is amazing. It's
a fun show.
The performers are really impressive. And then I love the part near the end where they have like couple celebrating things come out and dance. And they have kids come out there. Yeah, and we've always had a really good view too. I'm not sure what it's like to sit further back, but I always really enjoy the luau.
Yeah, the Spirit of Aloha dinner show is worth going to. It's a really cool, obviously the fire dancer and it's got all the, different dances from Tahiti and like Tonga, Samoa, New Zealand, Hawaii, all sorts of different places. And then, in the early 2000s, they kind of did add some Lilo and Stitch elements to it. So they do the, Hawaiian roller coaster ride, song, and they do a little Ohana stuff with the kids. They have the kids come up. Yeah. It's a cute show. It probably could maybe use a refresh a little bit, kind of mix things up a little bit, not too much, but maybe change the script because I think it's been the same for a very long time. But then again, we're people that go to Disney a lot. And what's the percentage of Disney World travelers that only go there once? 70%?
Oh, I don't remember, but yeah, it's definitely above 50, like well above 50.
Yeah, it's like 70.
Maybe more than
80,
70.
80% of people that travel to Disney World only go one time.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people that go all the time don't realize that because it seems like there's such a big group of us, but really we make up a really small percentage of people that go.
It's crazy. So it's definitely worth it. I would say they always have show times at 5:15 and 8:15.
Like 4 days a week or 5 days a week?
5 days a week. They're off Mondays and Sundays.
So likely if your trip is more than those specific 2 days of the off.
I would imagine.
You'll be able to.
Yeah, if you're staying at the Poly, or you don't even have to stay at the Poly, you could still go to the show.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a day or an evening at Magic Kingdom or whatever, then you could hop on the monorail and make sure you're at the luau on time. Now, in terms of reservations, JB always sort of takes care of that. Not really me. Is this one of those things you definitely have to book 6 months out?
I would. Yeah, I would do it.
It's usually. Have you ever added it at the last minute? and been
No,
able
I
to...
don't think so. I think we had to do it. I always did it kind of ahead
Early.
of time. Yeah, actually, we did our on our honeymoon. We did our Thanksgiving dinner there.
We did.
Yeah, we did. We supplemented our. We had Thanksgiving at the Luau.
It was
at
awesome.
the Spirit of Aloha dinner show. Yeah, it was. It was. You get a free, lei too when you go there, and you get pictures.
I'll have to post a picture of...
Yeah, it's cool.
I'll have to ask Emily if she's cool with it, because she's in it too.
Right. We'll see.
We have a great family photo. We're all smiling except for Harrison looks ticked.
Yes, he does. Yes, he looks ticked at us for that. All right, Ash. So, Polynesian. Last thoughts, final thoughts before we wrap this.
My favorite resort on property.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Don't act
Wow.
surprised.
Favorite resort on
I
property.
think so. I mean,
Drop the hammer.
I feel like a snob saying it, but it's the best.
Oh.
It was one of the original
Okay.
resorts.
Well, now we can't do a SmackDown with the Polynesian because you know who's
Great dining.
going to win for you. It's the Poly.
Great dining.
Yeah.
Cool, chill vibes.
Yeah.
And
I like
just
it.
near the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, are you just
I want to go.
like sigh? Just.
Yeah. Wish I was there. Wish I was there.
I wish I was there by myself.
Shush. Yeah, whatever. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this was Magic in the Midwest podcast number 10.
Yeah, number 10.
Yeah,
Look
Disney's
at us,
Polynesian on a roll. If you want to know, who likes what better between the Wilderness Lodge and the Contemporary, make sure you tune into that exclusive SmackDown
I know,
episode.
we might have lost a lot of people with my view on wishes and.
Oh my
happily ever-
gosh.
Although
She was such a grump.
I was not. I have to say though, when I posted the Instagram poll, guess which one won?
Wishes.
That's right.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
not that far off.
True.
Just stating facts.
Facts. Okay. All right. So please check it out. Who would JB and Ash like better? Wilderness Lodge or Contemporary? Again, that's a Bandcamp exclusive episode.
Check us out on Facebook and on Instagram. I try and post a decent amount of stories with
Yes.
things you can vote on and just things that are upbeat and
Yeah.
cheerful.
Right. Rate and review
cute.
us. Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcast platform you listen on. And, write us at
Email us.
magicinthemidwestpodcast@gmail.com for any thoughts on future show ideas.
Or just what you like about the Polynesian or anything.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
Right. We would. So, from the Midwest, see you later.